Ah, shit. This episode of the BRG podcast has been brought to you by our patrons. Here at BRG, we'd like to thank those patrons who have subscribed and donated. It is because of generosity like yours that makes this show possible.
On tonight's episode of Inside the Game of Mind, we meet up with NachoPandaa, the guy, the myth, the legend. We find out a little more about his inner workings, his outer workings, and some underworkings more than I ever wanted to know. And we find out how he stacks up against Kirok and Linz when it comes to a little competitive question answering.
Shut up and sit down.
Hey everybody, welcome to the third installment of Inside the Gaming Mind. And tonight we are going to have a lot of fun because we're going to have NachoPandaa.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going, Nacho?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
You know, I can't complain too much other than the fact that it's way too effing cold here for California. You know.
Seriously.
It's not the greatest thing in the world. I mean, it's not that cold. It's just, you know, around freezing, a little bit below, but we're Californians.
60 is like cold for us, so.
Yeah, 60. My thermometer it's one of those ones that's little digital thermometers. You have it's sitting inside. It tells you inside temperature, and then have a little remote outside that tells you outside temperature. And the gauge is from 100 down to 33. Below that, just does this.
I was gonna say, does it just say dude?
Yeah, it's just like, nope.
That would be appropriate.
Nope. So yeah, it's an absolute fucking blast up here right now. Plus, you know, my space isn't exactly heated out here in the office, so I'm like wrapped up in 3 layers of everything and everything else. So, yay for that. Hopefully, you're a little warmer where you're at.
I am. I'm making sure to stay at least somewhat warm. You know, I do what I can without looking like an Eskimo. You know.
Fair enough. All right. Well, hey guys, if you don't know, Inside Gaming Minds is a show where we get together with gamers and get the chance to pry open their head and kind of poke around at the gray matter and see what disturbing facts we can find out about them, or at the very least make them feel uncomfortable or make fun of them. So that's the goal here. We do our best to try to keep that up. Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah, you say that now, man, but we're just getting started. So we're gonna go through. We usually kind of section this out, and there's 2 major parts to it. The first part, we're gonna talk about the online entity that is the person online, and then the second half is gonna be more of the RL person, as much as they're willing to give up. Now, I do try to pry some information out of them. That said, you know, if they don't want to tell you their real name or tell you their address, that's their decision. I'm not gonna pry it out of them. But I'll leave it up to them. So to that end, though, we are going to go ahead and dive into this. And as per the amorphid adjustment to this show, since it's very new, we are constantly adding things to it. And as of the last episode, we decided to add a speed round, rapid fire round right at the top of the show. And this one is going to be gaming. So we're going to go ahead and do a gaming round. Now, just for kicks and giggles, we're going to do a full 10 questions. Randomized questions, and you just have to go through and answer all 10 of them as quickly as humanly possible.
Okay.
Do you think you can do this?
I want to say yes, but knowing me, it'll go very horribly. So let's do it. I'm ready.
Hi, this is BRG. Everything we do is horrible. So just bear that in mind. You're lucky these things are actually somewhat PC-ish.
Good.
All right. Timer's up. I will start the timer after I'm finished asking the first question. The timer will stop when you finish answering the last question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. First question. Red team or blue team?
Red team.
Save the princess or save yourself?
Save myself.
If you were stuck in a game world, which game world would it be?
Oh, God. Say Mushroom Kingdom.
Mushroom Kingdom. For the Alliance or for the Horde?
Oh, dude. Alliance.
In the ass-kicking contest, Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon?
Oh, I gotta say Crash.
Group wipes, do you blame the healer or the warlock?
Keeler all the time.
Your reaction when you hear Steam sale?
Give all my money. Take all my money.
In a time long, long ago, or a galaxy far, far away?
Galaxy far, far away.
Red Bull or Mountain Dew?
Neither.
Neither.
Red Bull. I'll say Red Bull.
If Bowser keeps kidnapping the princess, why is he still invited to go-kart races?
Pity.
Time! Woo! Tell you, man,
that last one.
You're
Pity because he continues to steal the princess and then gets his ass kicked every time, and then they keep him around just to rub that in his face.
Oh, is that how it works
one
now?
of the slow drivers too.
All right.
It's all a cruel punishment for Bowser.
That what it is? Well,
that's what it's.
There are other cruel punishments to have, namely where you're ranking this. Now, Linz is the first one to do this. We didn't have this rapid fire for Kirok, so you're either first place or you're second place.
I'm either first or last. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good way to look at it. So Linz did it in 1 minute, 4 seconds. You did it in 1 minute, 5 seconds.
No. Oh man!
I know. It's a horrible thing, but the fact that matter is you lost.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. Hey, you know what? I'm just here to report it. I'm not here to make judgments.
I'm gonna be losing sleep.
It was that Game World, man. That's what caught you.
Oh, it did. It did. So many places that I was like, ooh, no.
Yeah, this place would be great except for the giant sandworms. This place would be great.
Exactly. First, my mind first went to Shadow of the Colossus. I'm like, wait, no.
No, that'd be a horrible place. The Colossi running around? No.
Oh.
Not unless you're a god-slaying guy, you know. That'd probably be a great place to be. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to some questions regarding gaming, and I want to kind of focus on who you are. Now, I was going to ask at the top of the show, kind of give us a quick synopsis of who Nacho is. So in a very expedient and very brief manner, if somebody says, who's NachoPandaa, you would say...
I'm a variety broadcaster for Twitch.
Wow, that sounded so fucking boring. I would never ever watch you.
I'm the best streamer you've never heard of. That's my tagline.
I like this. That's a much better one. So, starting there, let's first talk about the most important thing, which is your in-game name.
Yes.
Where did this come from?
Well, I mean, I would love to say there was some wild and crazy story to it, but in reality, it was based off of somebody else's username. One of my close friends, he was NachoPandaa. He was the original person. And then, you know,
Taco's the OG and you're a copycat.
Exactly. I am this like the sister company of NachoPandaa Corp. If you
So you're his bitch.
No, it's a partnership.
Aha.
He's like the old school like brand, and then I'm like the Mountain Dew version of it, like the just over the top ridiculous variation of that original.
Sure, we'll go with that.
If that makes sense. No, but I mean, I was a console gamer for the most part when he first got me into PC gaming, and then I couldn't think of a username, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So I'm like, he's like, dude, you should do NachoPandaa. I'm like, okay. I love nachos and I love pandas. Why not?
Why not? I mean,
why not?
It's like a match made in heaven. Contrary to popular belief, pandas actually don't like bamboo. They actually like nachos.
It's a very rare but fun fact.
If pandas lived in Mexico, they'd totally be down for nachos. Proof of the pudding right here. So, what did get you into gaming?
My mom, to be perfectly honest. When I was young, that was kind of our connection and form of babysitting for the most part. Like we would, before I was in kindergarten and all that, my mom and I would sit around playing NES and Super Mario and Tetris and all those kind of games. That's kind of how we hung out, and like my mom would take care of me and my sister at that point. She would, we would just play video games, and then kind of just took over from there.
Nice. So mom got you into gaming.
Yeah.
So
crazy,
what is it that hooked you on gaming? What made gaming not just something you did now and then while you did other things, but made it your thing?
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, it was the the storytelling really was kind of what started it, and then the thrill of accomplishment, like the achievements you reach, like it all was like one. It's like chasing the dragon. It's like chasing that high of like achieving something really awesome in a game. You are always looking for that next big like score or that next big achievement. So it started at that, and then as I got older, I started to get more competitive, and just my interests of gaming changed from like, you know, casual like story playing games to, you know, more competitive where it's like I'm being pushed by other players to bring my best. And so it kind of, it's like it comes in waves. Like sometimes I'll have that feel that I need to just like vibe out and play a story game, or I just need to like pwn some noobs.
Fair enough.
You know?
So from either early times or even modern times, what is the most memorable game related event that's happened to you?
I would I would probably say being able to purchase my first like next gen console by myself, and not having to like watch all my friends have that, and then me just be like, I got a Nintendo 64, guys.
Can I come over and play?
Over? Exactly. I was like always like, can I come over? Or like I would just go over and be like, hey, let's play some games. Like I was always like looking to go to friends' houses to hang out and play games. But then once I got my own first console, that was like a huge moment, because like I worked my butt off to get it, and then I got it. I was like so accomplished. It was like I was like 12 years old, so I was like, I am such an adult right now. I bought my own video game.
Which console was that?
The 360.
You're a youngin'. I can tell right now you're a youngin'.
See, my parents were awesome enough to buy me consoles when I was younger, but it was far and few between. So like a console had to last us, and it was our our family entertainment. So I couldn't really hoard it. I'd have to be like, okay, I can play for an hour, and then like my dad would be like, all right, get off, I'm gonna watch TV. So it's like, it was in the living room, so I was limited.
Fair enough.
Always had that.
What is your current game vice?
My current game vice it's a toss up between Rocket League and Fortnite, and it's just like it kind of goes back to like the whole competitive like drive.
Fortnite, huh? PUBG's out the window.
No, I mean PUBG is awesome. It's just when it comes to like pick up and play, Fortnite has the edge, because PUBG you really have to be very aware of your surroundings in game and be completely disconnected from the real life while you're playing that game. Where Fortnite you can kind of like you can casually play and still have fun and
talk to people on Twitch.
Exactly. So
we're actually gonna get to the Twitch aspect, but that's something definitely worth noting. A few other questions for you in the gaming front here. The first thing I want to ask, I always find kind of humorous, is what game would you play if there was a sequel, like in a heartbeat?
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about this earlier today. Conker's Bad Fur Day, hands down. If they
remember hearing that.
It is probably one of the most underrated, like, adult games that came out for Nintendo 64, like that generation of game consoles. It was so, I would say it was underappreciated because of its dark and adult humor, because it was in such a time that really wasn't on the forefront of gaming. So I don't think it got the publicity it deserved. But if that game had a sequel now, it would blow up. And I was like, it was funny. I was thinking about this, and I'm like, man, maybe I should start a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe to get a development
petition.org.
Oh, there you go. It's
those always work.
But hands down,
Conkers.
Yeah.
All right. So to that end, though, what game would you unplay if you could?
Man, so many games, so many games,
so many bad games.
But there's one game that I to this day will continue to just shake my head, and the fact that I purchased not just the game but the limited or the premium edition, No Man's Sky.
Oh, you got bit by that.
I got caught up in the hype so hard. and I bought the limited edition with the steel book, the graphic novel thing, the comics, all that stuff. I was just the bug. I had the
No
bug.
Man's Sky is like picking up a woman at a bar. I went to bed with a 10, and I woke up with a 3.
Oh my god. I kick myself every time I look at that game. I'm like, you bitch.
Not fond of it, I see. Well, let's go ahead and switch gears here. Enough about you. Let's talk about your setup. So, first of all, just give a little backstory. What was the first gaming rig that you got?
Well, are we talking rig as in like PC rig, or are we talking?
Nobody gives a shit about consoles. I'm not biased. I just know PCs are better.
My first rig was, I got it back in like, it's funny because I have only really in the last like 5 years gotten into PC gaming. So it was probably about 5 years ago I got my first actual like gaming rig. And it was very entry level, but it was something that was so new to me that it was like a mid-level whole build. It was like $800. So it was, for me that was like, okay, that's kind of expensive. But when you think about the versatility of it, you're like, that's actually not bad at all.
Fair enough.
It was able to play certain games, at moderate to low settings. Like, I pretty much built it to play League of Legends at the time. But then as I kind of got into more PC gaming, I was looking to play more kind of graphic inducing games like, Skyrim or something like that, where it's like you need like hardcore GPU to process that game. So I eventually, got my own better rig, but my first rig was kind of an entry level just to get my feet wet. So it was a
trial before you dive in too deep.
Exactly.
So
and I'm glad I did.
To that end, what do you have now?
Well, shit. I call it Rome because it was built in a day, and I mean it's got everything I need. It's got a it's got a
Pentium 3, Xeon
5 i77K Skylake with a 1060 6 gigabyte GPU. It's got the Z270 FTW MOBO. Yeah. I made sure to do my research on this PC because it was something that I knew I wanted it to last, and I wanted to have the option to upgrade. And like if I wanted to go SLI, which is dual graphics cards, I had the option to. And
only dual? Gotta go at least 3 or 4 now. And graphic cards are just so cheap right now. You might as well buy a few of them.
You can pick up them, at any little convenience store for like $1. Yeah.
Yes, buck followed by 4 zeros, but hey, details.
Yeah, no, the details can be lost in the fray, No, but I wanted to build something that was like more what I wanted to have rather than just kind of budget. So I did take the time. I think I spent like 6 months researching everything that I wanted to and learning, because I didn't really know a whole lot at first about what it takes to build a PC, what you need, and just like building the list. So I took my time to research it, but then I finally built my beautiful baby, and it's
it's lovely.
So I'm so proud of it.
Connected to it, let's talk about your setup, because you are a streamer. So let's talk about the peripherals that you put into it. What you got connected to it?
Well, shit.
I can see the snowball hanging out there in the corner.
This bad boy. I got my snowball. I have obviously the webcam. I have a ring light for better lighting while I'm gaming. I have a what's called a MIDI soundboard. It's kind of like a drum pad that I set up sound effects to while I'm live streaming. So like if something happens and I want to like make a funny sound in it, or like a whatever record scratch or something, I have it sync to a button. I got the boom mic, or I have the boom arm for my microphone, so that before I had it on a little stand that was like 6 inches above my desk, so I'd be leaning down to speak into the mic, and it just looked weird, and it was terrible.
It's a great setup with the stock mic for those snowballs, because it's closer to your keyboard than you. So you can hear a lot of.
I was gonna say, people want to hear the clicks more than they want to hear what you're saying. So it makes sense.
Makes sense.
And then I have a bunch of little gimmicky tchotchkes on my desk, and a capture card because I do like to throw in a little bit of console gaming because I appreciate what consoles have done for the gaming industry, and I'm not an elitist PC user, but that's just my unbiased opinion.
I feel a slight whiff of a slight right there.
I'm gonna trigger a lot of people with that one.
Trigger.
I'll see you guys on Twitch.
for all the pieces you have, including the headphones, what's your favorite peripheral? What's the one you can't live without?
I would say my mouse. I mean, everything else can be kind
of. What mouse
of.
Is it?
It is the Razer. What is it? The Razer Mamba Tournament Edition. So it's wired. Yeah.
I
love.
I understand their naming architecture and everything, but whenever I hear the word Mamba, just I think Black Mamba and it just
goes to a dark place.
Yeah, it goes to a real dark place. Sorry, it does. It does.
I am what they call a Razer fanboy. So a lot of my peripherals are Razer based, except for a few things. So, but the reason why I say my favorite peripheral is my mouse is because a lot of the other things you can trade, you can upgrade, you can modify that may change your gameplay, but I think the ergonomic fit of a mouse and the way that it sits in your hand is key. And having the adjustments of messing with your mouse sensitivity on the fly compared to like someone just using like an HP mouse, it gives you a little bit more.
No. You say this, yeah, I've talked to the weirdest. I know for a fact that up until just recently, he had like a stock comes with your HP or comes with your Dell kind of keyboard and mouse, and he's been just fine with it forever. But I digress. We have alluded to the fact that you are a media person.
Yeah.
So you do have a YouTube channel, but more importantly, you have a Twitch channel. So
yes,
to that end, when did you first start your YouTube and Twitch channels?
It was actually shortly after I got my PC because I was like, oh, I'm playing PC games. And I had just kind of in the same time heard about Twitch. So I was kind of watching people stream. I'm like, I wonder how they do it. So I like went online, Googled it, did my research and found out like it's just a simple program. I'm like, oh, well, shit, if they can do it.
Fuck yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, I can broadcast my gameplay for easy. It's super easy. So I just kind of threw up a webcam, made a couple quick graphics, and just started broadcasting my gameplay.
Now, was the Twitch channel first or was YouTube channel first?
I had a YouTube channel long before Twitch, but it was more or less like kind of slapstick, kind of teenage videos I'd do with my friends. And like I was in like a video productions class back in high school, and like I would post the videos we did on there, but it wasn't really gaming, like really gaming related.
Are they still on there?
Maybe. Maybe. Yes, they are. They are still floating around somewhere. I honestly don't remember. I think it's my.
I'm sure play a few of those.
One of them is like a Halo video, though. I did it for my final project in video productions. It was kind of like a Red versus Blue-esque, like short video. So
I'll make sure to put links down below, guys, so you can easily find that video.
Yes. Tear that one apart, please. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say.
So what sparked you to get into it was just, hey, other people are doing it. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of figuring. I mean, I want to game and I want to see if like this was kind of like a new avenue of entertainment. So I was like, well, why not try it? See what I can do and see if I can make something of it.
Gotcha. Well, makes sense. So let's ask the hard questions here. First of all, what have you done right with your channel?
Well, quality over quantity, I think, is the biggest thing I've done correct in my channel. I don't stream the most. Like, there are a lot of people that stream 7 days a week for like 5 hours, and it's like, okay,
it's painful.
You have a stronger presence in that sense that you're out there more, but then you look at their gameplay or you look at their design of their overlays and different things like that, and it's like a bunch of floating text just scrolling across and like maybe one graphic around their webcam. And it's like, I get that, maybe you don't have the access to building your graphics, but if you're going to be doing something like this, visuals are what sell the channel. People don't want to
Okay.
just see a webcam slapped on a gameplay. They want something more. So I put a lot of focus into the quality of my stream. Pre-game lobbies, a countdown timer,
Okay.
graphics on the stream, and just different things like that I really put a lot of focus into. So
So take a little time in the pre-production, so to speak.
exactly
Goes a long way. I can understand
does.
that. So let's ask a really hard question. What have you done wrong with your channel?
I think the biggest thing that I've probably done wrong that I wish I could take back was take a extended amount of time off of my channel. When I first started streaming, I was going great I would say somewhat consistent for maybe 6 months to a year. And then I changed work, or I changed jobs I think it was like February, to my current job. And at that time I was like, well, I don't know what my time restraints are going to be after work. So I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to be taking an indefinite time away from streaming. It turned out to be an extended amount of time. I was only planning for maybe a couple months. It turned out to be I think 6 to 8 months, somewhere longer than that. And I was just like, well, shoot, I was building a really strong connection, or a really strong community. I was averaging decent numbers. I think I was usually around 11 viewers starting out. And once I had stopped, I think a lot of people just dissipated to other channels or different avenues of entertainment.
That's
And
pretty
it killed
typical.
it kind of killed the channel, but in a sense, it also kind of gave me a Phoenix type of reboot. Okay, I had my channel, it kind of died out, and then from that, the channel was reborn, something kind of new. So it wasn't the greatest decision on my part, but it was at the end, or now it is kind of maybe a blessing in disguise. It gave me the chance to reboot my channel.
Real life has to come first. Unfortunately,
Exactly.
us small potatoes, we do have a real life and a real job, and
Exactly.
those have to happen. So beyond
Yeah.
that, though, you are back going pretty strong in all things for
I
you.
am.
Is there any other tips beyond what we've talked about for the person starting out?
Consistency. Not only just creating a good product, but making sure that product is being delivered on time is probably one of the best tips I can give to any up and coming or new streamer. Because if nobody knows when you're going live, if they have to kind of stay glued to your social media to know when you're posting oh, hey, I'm going live right now, or in a half hour I'm going live, they're not going to want to do that. They want convenient, they want easy, they want something that they know will be there when they go there. So for anyone that's starting out, having a set schedule, no matter what that schedule may be, if it's 5 days a week for 2 hours to 4 hours or something like that, or if it's 1 to 2 days a week for whatever amount of time, set that schedule, make it consistent, and stick to it, because people will eventually, they'll know, and they'll show up without you even having to say anything. And when you get to that point, you start to put less focus on those live posts, and you'll start reallocating that time to other ways to expand your channel.
Fair enough.
It is a very, very harsh thing to do.
Even for a hobby,
Streaming.
if you really want to be successful in any sort of way, you need to devote time to it. And as I said,
Totally.
it's hard for somebody starting out because you do have to support yourself and whatnot in the real world, and this becomes a side project. So I can feel you there. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take a break real quick. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and dive into the deeper real life person that this guy is. We're gonna try to see what we can ferret out about him and what kind of underwear he wears. So we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. So we're gonna go ahead and start on the second half of the show here, and again, we're gonna kind of try to scoop out a little deeper and see what we can find out about the guy here in front of us. So, again, if you want to know things like personal name, address, etc., the best thing to do, honestly, is just to send me a direct money payment of a large amount, and I will be happy to disclose what I know about him. Hint, I work with him, so I know a lot.
Oh shit.
For the right amount of dollars, you two can make your stalking a lot easier. Just saying. So, to get into this, of course, we want to go ahead and we're going to dive into another rapid fire round. Now, we're going to change it up here. This is going to be a personal rapid fire round. Just some fun, lighthearted topics to let you know a little more about what is a nacho of the panda. And we're going to change it up here this time. We're going to go ahead and give you 30 seconds on the board. And you're going to try to answer as many questions as you can in that 30 seconds.
All right.
Are you ready?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Time will start after I say the first question, and we'll end after you answer the last one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Favorite cheese?
Blue cheese.
What color is your toothbrush?
White.
What shampoo do you use?
Old Spice.
Pet peeve?
People that chew loud.
Favorite drink?
Water.
What sound or noise do you hate? Night owl or morning person?
Night owl.
Are you messy or neat freak?
Mm,
And so sorry.
The damn-
So close though. So close. But hey,
man.
good try. Really, you really tried hard. Now the real question here is just how well did you do?
That is what I'm curious.
So, you did manage to get through 7 questions
Oh,
out of the 10 I had prepared. I'm going to start adding more. People start getting good at this. Kirok did 3, and that was being nice and actually giving him a bonus pity question. So you got him down pat.
Lynn's the one I'm after.
Lynn's, however, only got 6.
Boom! That's
So you're going to be at the
Coming
top
up
of our
good.
leaderboard for this section. Number 1, Repito Somelos
That's
beats your
up.
ass.
Yay!
Old Spice shampoo, huh?
Heck yeah, man. It's like I don't know. It's called like Kraken Guard or something like that. It's their
See-
new branding. I love it.
No,
it's so, like,
it's
over the
great. They
top.
redone themselves. They missed my generation just by a hair. But I remember the Old Spice guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember who the person was. But anyways, yeah. When I grew up, Old Spice was my grandpa's brand
Dude, that's
of
what people
choice.
say. They're like, Old Spice was for old people. I'm like, what?
Hence Old
Have
Spice.
you seen the commercials? Old people would be like, what the f- am I watching?
So, are you willing to disclose where you live?
No.
Who your name
mean-
is?
What's that?
What's
My
your name is?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, people can know my name.
What's your name?
Anthony.
That's it.
That's
He's
it.
actually lying. It's Bob. But anyways.
Hey.
Oh, wait, I was supposed to say. I'm sorry. So let's talk about you a little bit, get to know you again. This is getting away from the online persona and getting into the real person, the real Anthony in this case. So first of all, what turns you on creatively or spiritually or emotionally?
I mean, there are kind of a few things that do that, like that kind of get my creative juices flowing. And I think when I think most about this, it's other streamers, because I'm not saying that I replicate others, but I feed off of others' creative minds. Like, it's almost like you bounce ideas off of other people's ideas and
Yep.
relay what that comes back to you, and then you make your own decisions based on what you think is the best choice for yourself. So I love watching other streamers and like looking at what they do and like, wow, that's really cool. I wonder how they did that, and then kind of find a way to adopt it to my channel if it is something that I really think would be most beneficial for
I
my
can
channel.
understand that, definitely.
And other than that, classical music.
Classical music, no less.
Yes. When I get into my like grind mode where I need to just do a lot of creative work, I put on some classical Spotify, and for some reason it just boom, it sets me
Any
off.
particular
and I start
classical that stands out to you?
playing. Not really. I mean, anything.
You're not a Bach versus Beethoven.
No,
you just
honestly, it's not about what or who the person is. It's about the way that the music resonates with me and how it just kind of gets me going.
says she would like you for this. So, what is the most important day in your life? What is something that has influenced you, shaped you, or is I would say a pin in your timeline that caused a bend?
I guess my birthday. because not trying to be like kind of egotistical or anything, but I mean, when you think back, my first birthday, that was the start of my path to greatness. So I try to not only just
let me know when you get to there, okay?
Yeah. I just try to, I don't know. I don't really have one single day that is the most important day of my life, or at least I haven't had that yet. But I just try to improve every day and try to just
Again, people, he's young.
I am I am a young at heart kind of guy. No, I don't know. I don't really have a single day in my life that I would value over another. It's kind of just trying to make the best of what I can every day and just hope that I'm doing something better, or I'm kind of leaving the most positive imprint on my life as others.
Hippie! So let me ask, I know there's a bad side to you, so I'm just going to straight up ask you, what's your most annoying habit?
Oh, man. This is another question I was thinking about earlier today. I got to say, it's probably my...
When you eat, you go...
No, my ego, I'm very humble. What are you talking about?
No,
I
eat.
Oh, my eat. Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about my ego. I'm like, oh, no. My ego is pretty awesome, but no. My most annoying habit is probably my inability to have multiple voices or conversations going while I'm focused on something. Because when I get focused on something, you can ask anybody that really knows me, I get tunnel vision. Like, you can be talking to me, and then if I gravitate towards something, your conversation is going to get lost on me. And I feel bad because I get very gravitated towards certain things very quickly. So when I'm like mid conversation, or if there's a pause in the conversation and I like focus on something, I'll miss, important comments. And
you're a very single track focused kind of person.
Yes. When I get very
fair enough
locked on something,
I'm going to chance saying that you're probably more of an OCD person just because of that. You kind of...
I have my OCD tendencies, but
So what is your pinnacle OCD thing? What are you most OCD about?
I don't know. Like, I guess my certain routines, like I guess when I'm eating or when I don't know. It's like it's hard to explain my OCD sometimes, but it's like I have to have like a routine of things where it's like cook, eat, clean, very in like rapid succession. Like I don't like to for the most part, I don't like to let things sit around, or I mean, my desk looks like a total mess, but see, that's the thing. It's like I have like tendencies, but I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily OCD about anything, but I have tendencies where I'm just like, oh, that's bothering me. And then I have to I have to take care of it. And then if I don't do it, I feel like super guilty.
Here's the thing. I'll let you know a secret. Anybody who ever says they're OCD about cleanliness, and many people I talk to have said that, it just means that there's a very tightly focused area that is their messy area that they allow to be messy for a length of time.
Right.
My office is kind of that way, so I feel in there. So
I know, I'm looking around my desk. I'm like, ugh.
So what are you really bad at?
God. Jenna would probably have a couple answers for you, but no. I would say I don't know, man. This is a tough one. What am I really bad at?
What are you really bad at?
I don't know. I mean, I would say I'm bad at keeping my time management. Maybe that might be my worst thing. I tend to not give myself enough time on certain tasks, and then I find I'm like pushing the envelope. I mean, maybe that's just due to being like in procrastinating at a younger age, and then just like it kind of steamrolling into my adult life, and then just like taking over. But time management has always been kind of a trouble spot of my existence.
Playing games is not going to help you there. Playing games usually ends up causing those kind of issues. At least for me, it does. The question for you, actually, on that note is what do you do when you're not gaming?
I watch a lot of movies. I watch TV. I try to read as much as I can. I spend a lot of time with my girlfriend and our puppy. I try to stay away from my computer for the most part. When I'm not streaming or when I'm not gaming, I try to if I'm not doing something productive on my computer, I try not to like really kill a lot of time in that sense. But there are times when it's like, oh crap, my friends are playing a game. Like, oh yeah, I'll jump on and play a couple matches. But um, I do like to spend time outside and enjoy what is around me because I'm fortunate enough to live in an area where, it is beautiful most of the year, being in California. And
Yep.
yeah, I try to at least spend as much time with my girlfriend as well, so that I don't want her to feel neglected by my gaming obsession and streaming schedule. So, it's all about it's
Yeah,
balancing
legit.
life and social and
So
gaming.
when I was dating my wife, the easiest solution there is I just got her into the game I was playing.
See, it's funny that you say that because last night Jenna and I were playing Grand Theft Auto for 5 hours. We didn't go to we were up until like 1:30 in the morning playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I got her into playing that and she was going off with it. It was a lot of
So
fun. So
I got my wife into EverQuest 1. So I get my wife into a magical fantasy land where you could be a witch or a wizard, and you introduce your girlfriend into basically hookers and blow.
yeah, pretty much. Yep. Yeah, run over as many people as possible. I showed her how to like target onto somebody and just knock them the fuck out. And we just had a blast. It's whatever bonds you with the person, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that.
So how have you changed over the years?
Well, I've learned to not take my time for granted because as you're kind of in your early 20s or even your late teens, I spend a lot of time just like not really focusing on how I can better myself and how I can grow as like just a person in general and kind of a streamer really. Because if I could have started streaming earlier, I probably would have committed more time to it and thought of it more of a career than just like, oh, I like to play video games, you know. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely learned to not take for granted the amount of time I have in the day because as I've noticed, and I'm sure a lot of people can attest to this, as you start to get older and older and older, your time allocated seems to be stretched thinner and thinner. So it's like I'm at that point where I need to realize my time is very valuable and I need to focus on specific things to better myself.
Fair enough.
So,
All right, so
yeah.
just get through a few more questions here I want to ask you about because I'm really curious. So what is a side of you the public never sees?
Oh, I, I mean, I am very, I take things very, like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I can get very, like, I don't want to say, like, emotional, like, crying or anything like that, but I get very emotionally invested if it's something that I'm very serious about or if I'm, like, if I even invest any kind of emotional connection to something, I get very, very invested. So I try not to, like, I mean, I don't let that out as much. So it's kind of like a balance. But I mean, other than that, I'm pretty open. Like I don't try to hold anything back from the public. If I can be I can be overly nice, I guess you could say. Like I don't try to upset people.
So
But that's just
who you are online is what people would see if they met you in person.
Totally.
They wouldn't be shocked at a different personality.
No, I try to because I feel like that's the best part of me is how kind or how like open-minded I can be for a lot of different lifestyles and different people. I try to let that personality out on the internet as well because in Twitch a lot of people are just looking for somebody with like-minded thoughts and personalities. So to give people that kind of access to somebody that may understand them and at least listen to them, I want that to be what my channel can grow on.
Fair
So
enough.
I try to leave that out on my channel, on my online and in real life personality so that people will always feel that kind of positive connection to my brand or my name, really.
Keeps it easy to make yourself real online,
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I don't have to fake.
what's one unknown thing about you that people would find interesting?
That would find interesting. I mean, there are a few things that like unknown that are unknown about me. I mean, I'm an
He
open
likes
book.
ball gags.
That ain't unknown, man. No, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't have any piercings.
There you go.
Yeah, I have a tattoo that is from Batman. I mean, yeah,
I had no idea.
yeah.
I've
I
never
have
seen it.
the night is darkest before the dawn on my ribs, and then I'm planning on another tattoo, hopefully this year, that is Han Solo's blaster that says "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take," which is a Wayne Gretzky quote. So it's kind of like taking
Nice
my two
little
favorite things.
melding of
Exactly.
I like that. I like that.
And then it's a callback to the whole Greedo Han Solo shot, which is
Okay, so one more question I do want to ask you,
yes.
and then we're gonna close things out here. But where do you see yourself after 25 years?
Well, hopefully alive. That'd be my first shot. If I can make it another 25 years, that'd be pretty sweet.
Being alive is usually a good thing. I mean, the dead don't really complain unless you count in zombies.
Exactly. And, that's maybe another thing. I hope, in 25 years, I'm not fighting off zombies. Actually, maybe. I don't know. I've always thought about, like, the zombie apocalypse, if it happened, how would I do? But, no, I mean, in reality, 25 years from now, I'm hoping I either have, like, a better grasp on what my career is. I mean, I imagine I'll have a career at that point, or maybe retirement.
I hope so.
But I mean, honestly, I hope I just have, a life that I don't look back on and regret. I mean, isn't that everyone's real goal for a long period of time, to look back on their life and not regret it?
I'm sure most people don't. Yeah, but
Yeah.
To be fair, you don't need to be, by popular standard, a success.
Right, exactly.
To not look back and have regret,
No, that and I'm hopefully not coming across like that, but I mean, we all have our own personal values of success.
Yep.
And what may be successful for me may not be for others, and I am totally okay with that. If at the end of the day, when I look back on my life, if I feel like I did what I wanted to do and I lived the life I wanted to live, I mean, that's what this is all about, right? Just being happy. Right. So that is my goal by 25 years from now. I want to just be happy,
It sounds like kind of a cop out easy goal, but it really no, seriously, it's actually a very, very relevant, very cool thing. So
exactly,
I can agree with you. I hope I'm still alive, and I hope I'm not fighting off zombies and happy for it.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much for letting us dig inside of you a little bit, know you a little better. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here, guys. But before we do, I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't didn't have a little bit of time with Nacho here to have the most fun of the rapid speed rounds we have here. So we're going to go ahead and put the counter back on the board. We're going to do the same format I did right at the top of the show, which is I'm going to give you 10 questions, and you just got to answer them as quickly as possible and as honestly as possible, of course.
All right.
Because we always appreciate honesty. Again, timer will start when I ask the first question, and will end when you answer the last one. Are you ready?
Let's do it to it.
All right. How do you feel about the colorization of old black and white films?
Underrated.
If a person dies and then springs back to life, do they get a refund on their coffin?
No. All sales are final.
Is there a time limit on fortune cookies predictions?
No.
If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Redwood.
Okay.
Tall and strong.
Can crop circles be square?
No.
If you were a t-shirt, what color would you be and why?
Green. Because people are envious of me.
If you could be an animal, what animal would you be?
Panda.
Of course. Why are there interstates in Hawaii?
Because science.
do prison buses have emergency exits?
No.
What's up with the platypus?
I I don't know, but don't mess with them.
Time. Oh,
Oh God.
my goodness, man.
Oh.
You got a little, you got a little stepped on one of them there. Then you got me stymied on one. All right, your time for 10 questions was 1 minute 6 seconds.
Okay.
Now Kirok, being the first one that did this, was 1 minute 37 seconds. So you're
Okay.
definitely not last.
Yes.
Lynn's, however,
Oh God. Here we go.
was 1 minute 7 seconds.
Boom! That's what's up.
So you eked her out by a second.
Oh, USA.
So congratulations! Your trophy will be in the mail
Oh yes.
sometime, maybe in the next decade.
Hopefully, maybe in the next 25 years, maybe.
I just need to get like a little trophy of the penises. I'm a wiener.
Very appropriate for this. This
Yeah.
show.
Not that we're ever non-PC around here on BRG, but hey.
Yeah, no, yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. We'll give you all the info and details about Mr. Nacho here, so you can find out where he is at. So we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this wonderful episode with NachoPandaa. I do want to make sure, of course, we give him his 5 minutes of fame and give you a chance to know where to find this guy, because really and honestly, when it comes to stalking people, the first thing you do is stalk them online and get to know them before you actually go out and find them for reals. Again, personal
Exactly.
payments, just ping me. I have a PayPal account if you want to know more. No, but seriously, man, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing.
Well, I mean, right now I'm just putting a lot of time and effort into the Twitch channel. Really trying to build something. Kind of working on a lot of the back end stuff. So I've put a lot of time into our social media, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to strengthen and create more smooth visual, like a bit more visually appealing content on my social media as well as my channel. So I'm just trying to gear in 20
If you want
different
more visually
directions.
appealing, you just need to have me on more.
I was gonna say just have the puppy. People love dogs. That was I don't know if you could tell, but that was kind of a redirect.
No,
But-
I caught it.
And especially now that I laid it out for you. No,
I appreciate that. Now, so obviously you've got a Twitch channel here,
yes.
and that's where all your stuff is at. That's your primary thing. There is a YouTube channel, but that's not really something that's actively used.
Yeah, it's kind of on the back burner right now. But
But again, there is content there that we'll make sure to link to you guys because
yes.
if I can find it. So definitely make sure you guys head over to the Twitch channel and check him out because he has fun stuff. And the BRG channel does actually auto-host him as well. So you can always catch him that way if you'd like, and then hop over and say howdy doody. And I just got to ask, the Twitch channel, it's a mantis. It's not a panda. The Twitch channel, the Twitters. It's a mantis.
Oh,
Mantis
that's
is a little lobster bib.
That's just like it's a manatee.
Oh, sorry, manatee. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, but it's from League of Legends. It's like a ongoing kind of like joke in League. It's the Earth, the manatee. It's just something I haven't changed because
Okay.
I think it's awesome seeing a manatee with a chain gun. It's just
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with
the true badass of the sea. Forget great whites, man. A manatee with a chain gun.
And Instagram with, I see interesting stuff on it.
My Instagram is very it's a variety post.
Yeah, no,
There's a lot of
it's
some gaming content, some real life content, and other things like that. I like to create my social media to be kind of an extension of my personality that I don't always talk about on stream. So for those that want to get to know the inner workings of NachoPandaa, I let my Twitter, my Instagram, my Discord, I let those be avenues for understanding the mind of Nacho.
I work with him, people. I don't understand his mind. Trust me, it ain't going to happen. But if you do want to try to understand his mind a little better, definitely check out those things. If you just look up NachoPandaa with 2 A's at the end, you should be able to find him in most every place he's going to hide out. I do encourage you also to try to find his Discord channel, because that is a place to actually talk at him on occasion. He actually might even respond to you. It's a crazy thing.
Right.
Ask him for his email address and just talk to him personally if you like.
Yeah, I'll be sure to give him yours.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
It's warpjester@gmail, people. It's not hard to find. I'm pretty much warpjester on everything. So there you go. I'm easy to stalk. All but saying the actual street address of my place, I have told people exactly definitively where I'm at. So if I get a stalker, I'm kind of hopelessly screwed. Anyways, I appreciate your time, man. I really do. It's been fun.
Well, thank you so much.
Beyond the usual places here, when do you usually stream on Twitch?
I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, usually 7 to 7:30 till 9:30, 10 o'clock, 11. I kind of my
That's
end
Pacific time,
by
the way.
Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. All my times are in the PM, unless stated otherwise in my social media. Usually, I'll throw a little heads up on Twitter or something if I'm streaming during the day or if I change my schedule around. But yeah, you can also find my schedule on my Twitch channel. I have a little panel down at the bottom that shows when I stream, when what, and all that kind of stuff.
He's got all his deets in there, so make sure you check that out. That's probably the place to go. Just go to twitch.tv/NachoPandaa, and you can find all the details. All right, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do appreciate it, and we will catch you online.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Shut up and sit down.